One of the biggest stories in sports over the last 24 hours has been about Donald De La Haye. He was a kicker. I hate even saying was for him, but technically he was a kicker at Central Florida. He no longer is because of NCAA rules and a result of his YouTube channel and the profit that he makes off of that. And he joins us now for a few minutes. Donald, why are you no longer an NCAA Division I football player?
Well, the ad revenue I was generating from my YouTube channel, I guess, violated NCAA bylaws, and they came in, tried to offer me some conditions that I wasn't too comfortable with. I turned them down, and they, deemed me ineligible.
Before we get to the conditions, explain what your YouTube channel is, how you created it, and what you want it to be.
Well, I've always had a passion for making videos ever since I was young. My dad was very involved in the whole video thing. So I've grown up, recording my life, just times with my friends, just hanging around. Football is a big part of my life, so I figured why not film my adventures as a college football player.
Were you surprised initially when the channel took off?
And I wasn't expecting it to. My channel grew to around 60,000 subscribers in a month's time, so I was very shocked, but don't happy at the same time.
Why do you think it grew to that level?
I feel like I genuinely post good content. I'm always positive. I'm always inspirational. People say I'm funny. I like to think I'm funny. So I think people just genuinely like watching my content.
When did you initially know that there could be an issue with all of this?
Well, I monetized May 9th, not thinking much was going to come from this. And then around a month later, a compliance officer called me. They told me there was issues with my YouTube channel. And then after that, things kind of escalated,
Donald, and talk with Donald De La Haye, of course, on the Dan Patrick Show. Evan Cohen, along with Mike Babchek, in for DP. Donald is the kicker, Central Florida, who's now ineligible because of his YouTube channel. You said something that I think needs some explanation. When you decided to monetize your channel, explain what that means for people who may not understand that and why you initially made that decision.
Well, everyone could post YouTube videos to YouTube. Once you get to a certain threshold, around 10,000 views, your account gets reviewed and you're eligible for monetization, which means you could place ads on your videos and they could generate revenue for you. And I got to that point, past that point, and I monetized my videos. And, ever since I started generating revenue, it's been a problem.
I would assume it's public information, so I don't think this is too personal of a question. How much money were you making off of that?
Just a couple $1,000. It's nothing huge, nothing big enough to pay for my college education, but, something to hold me up and tell my family up.
What was the offer that UCF and the NCAA made you?
Well, they told me I couldn't make any videos involving my athleticism. I couldn't talk about football. I couldn't hold a football. I couldn't kick a football, pass a football. Couldn't even be on the beach with my friends. They told me, I asked if I could upload my football videos unmonetized to my channel. They denied that, said I had to take all of them down and, donate all my money back to charity. So
wait a second. Let me see if I understand. Wait, so you're saying that the offer they made you in order to stay eligible, to stay on scholarship, was anything football related. It wasn't even about the money. It was about you representing yourself as a UCF student athlete with a football in your hand, on your feet, in any way, shape, or form, had to be taken down.
It wasn't even that. Like, they went as far as saying I couldn't talk about quarterbacks. I make skits making fun of different position groups and things like that. They told me I couldn't talk about quarterbacks, and it's clearly stated on that waiver. And right after that says, can't talk about quarterbacks, et cetera. So that et cetera could be a lot more I don't know about,
Was there any part of the offer, Donald, that they made that you said, okay, I can live with that. Let's try to build on that and negotiate off of that?
Well, at first they try to hype me up and tell me, wow, we're making groundbreaking moves. You're about to change history, this and that. They were hyping me up, and then when they came back to me with the news from the NCAA, basically that waiver wasn't waiving anything, so I didn't agree to it.
And they wanted you to give your money back?
Yes, they wanted me to donate every single penny I earned to a charity of my choice.
Okay, so let's look at this big picture. This is not about football. It's probably not even about the money you're making. It may not even be about your passion, your craft of filmmaking or video making, however you want to look at it, because as you said, it's not enough to pay for your college. You're seemingly, correct me if I'm wrong, rightfully standing on principle here against the NCAA, correct?
Yeah. It's constitutional law. I have a freedom of speech. I could do, anything I really want. Not really anything I want, but as long as it's in the rules, I feel like I should be able to have my own business, and I should be able to profit off of my own business. I'm building my brand. I'm trying to further my marketing degree that I'm trying to attain. I'm trying to apply those to my current life, and I'm not allowed to, and they deem me eligible now.
So where do you stand now? Where are you? Are you on scholarship still? Where do you stand in terms of the university?
My scholarship has been taken. I have to return my iPad and move out of my dorm room soon. So, yeah.
By when?
Well, they said the move-out date was August 4th, which I think is a little preposterous because I just got the news literally a day, 2 days ago.
So you were
for me to
told
pack up and move out of my
on July
apartment.
31st, your scholarship is lifted. You now need to move out by August 4th and find somewhere to live, in essence, August 5th.
Well, I got a phone call yesterday saying that if I'm planning to stay in my apartment right now, and I told them no, if I'm not on scholarship, I can't pay for it. So I go, well, the move-out date is August 4th, so you got to figure something out.
Donald De La Haye is our guest on the Dan Patrick Show. Evan Cohen, Mike Babchek in for DP. He's a former UCF kicker and YouTube star who's had his scholarship revoked now. He has been deemed ineligible by the NCAA. So is there a way to end this in a happy way? Is there a way for you to look at this and say, we can fix this by doing X, Y, and Z? Is there any kind of light at the end of the tunnel for you on this?
Honestly, I'm a positive guy, and I see tons of light at the end of the tunnel. I'm getting a lot of opportunities presented to me. A lot of people like what I do. A lot of people like my attitude, my positivity. So they've been reaching out to me. Honestly, this whole process has kind of made me fall out of love with being a student athlete. So I'm happy with what's going on right now. I'm always going to be happy, no matter what. Nobody can take the smile off my face.
Which part do you dislike more, the student part or the athlete part?
As a student, I mean, I don't feel like we really get to be treated as students. So I guess the whole student athlete term in general.
What do you mean you don't get to be treated as students?
A lot of college athletes and whatnot go through these rules and unfairities of NCAA laws. So I don't feel like a lot of things, make a lot of sense in their rule book. We don't get to be treated normally as students. Any regular student could create his own business and thrive off his own business to put him through school. And I start making a little bit of change, and my scholarship gets taken.
Let's play devil's advocate on this just for a second. I mean, somebody probably has said to you, and I don't necessarily agree with this, but I'll throw this at you. Why not just do what they're asking for now, bite the bullet for the next year and a half, 2 years, get your education paid for, play football, and then restart your YouTube page after that? What's your argument against that?
Because honestly, my YouTube channel is thriving, and with that, it's a hit or miss. If you don't post on YouTube for, let's say, a week, 2 weeks, it seems like a year. It's really hard to gain your following back. And right now, I want to strike while the iron is hot, keep growing my channel, and they were trying to put me on hold, and I wasn't really down for that,
Donald, this may be a dumb question. Can you get a scholarship to a university, whether it's Central Florida or somewhere else, based on your movie/filmmaking, your YouTube channel? I mean, is that a skill, a marketing, a video skill that would garner a scholarship anywhere?
I think so. There's a lot of even film schools. I don't know how they offer scholarships and things like that, but I'm sure if engineers could get scholarships for what they're doing, a filmmaker and a marketer like myself could also get a scholarship.
The most famous person that has reached out to you through this process to try to help you through it is?
Marquette King, Raiders punter, my guy. He's like a big brother to me. Got to hang out with him for a couple of days at his house in Arizona. Life-changing experience, man. I'm extremely thankful for him. One of the biggest influencers and motivators in my life.
And what did he tell you to do through all of this?
He just told me to always remain myself, and, they might be trying to shut you down and this and that, but don't let anyone, stop you from being you. Always be yourself. Always be happy. Don't let haters, put a frown on your face. Just smile through everything and be positive.
What's your dream job?
My dream job, I don't really have a dream job. I love to make videos and, hang around with the athletes and, have fun, things like that. I'm really living my dream job right now, creating YouTube content. I get to have fun. I get to go around, motivate people, and, still get paid at the end of the day. So pretty much have my dream job right now.
Is there any chance that this changes? Is there any chance you go back to them and say, I'll take the deal?
Nah, after all this, I don't think so.
And the anger that you have right now, we'll finish with this. You're more annoyed more angry with the NCAA or UCF? Did we lose him? We may have lost him. We have lost him there. Well, listen, it's fascinating. You know, because initially, when I heard this, obviously the NCAA is ridiculous. When I heard this, I mean, it's absurd. It's absurd, obviously, that they're doing this to him, that he can't earn money off of a YouTube page. But I initially thought the offer that UCF/the NCAA made him was to still do this, just not take the money. I didn't realize he could not only take the money, he'd have to give the money back and then not do anything football related. I mean, that part was unbelievable to me.
I mean, that's absurd. I mean, that's the NCAA for you.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.